नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटियाओ। माई सेल्फ डॉक्टर हिना मेवाड़ा, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, फैकल्टी ऑफ आयुर्वेदिक साइंस, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ प्रसूति एंड स्त्री रोग, ज्योति विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी. In today's session, I am going to discuss about the cauterization of the cervix. So, cauterization means destruction of the tissue. When the cervical tissue is destructed by below given method, then it is called cervical cauterization. Now, what are the methods by which cervical cauterization is done? That is thermal cauterization, electrocautery, cryosurgery, endocoagulation, and laser vaporization. The most common method involve electrocoagulation and freezing, which is also called cryocauterization and cryosurgery. Now, first of all, thermal cauterization. This is an operation whereby the eroded area of the cervix is destroyed either by thermocoagulation or red hot cauterization. The indications of thermocoagulation is cervical ectopy with troublesome discharge or prior to the cervical smear or biopsy if necessary. Now, the procedure of thermal cauterization. In superficial cauterization, it is done without anesthesia. When cauterization is done in extensive form, then required general anesthesia. The position is given lithotomy, and after the lithotomy position, Sims speculum is introduced to retract the posterior vaginal wall, and the anterior lip is held by valsellum. After then, lower part of cervical canal is dilated by one or two small dilators, and after the dilatation, the whole eroded area of is cauterized by cautery point, giving linear radial strokes starting from inside the cervical canal to over the eroded area. See in this diagram, the radial linear stroke is given by cautery starting from the inside of the cervix over the eroded area. The stroke should be made about 2 mm deep and at a distance of 1 centimeter. And between the two linear stroke, there is a distance of 1 centimeter, and depth of destruction is 2 mm. The area is smeared with antibiotic ointment after the procedure. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks for sloughing of burned area, and complete epithelialization by squamous epithelium occur by 6 to 8 weeks. So, complete healing occur by 6 to 8 weeks. There may be a serosanguinous or even blood stain discharge for about 2 to 3 weeks, and local and systemic antibiotic need to be given when infection is there. Now, coming to the cryosurgery. Cryosurgery is procedure whereby the destruction of the tissue is effective by freezing. The indication of cryosurgery are cervical ectopy, benign cervical lesion such as cervical intraepithelial neoplasia, condyloma acuminata, and leukoplakia, etc. Condyloma acuminata of vulva and vulvar intraepithelial neoplasia diagnosed colposcopically and not more than 2 centimeter in size. The indication of cryosurgery. Condyloma acuminata or vault granulation tissue followed by hysterectomy is also the indication of cryosurgery. And cryosurgery is done as a palliative measure to arrest bleeding in carcinoma cervix or large fungating recurrent vulval carcinoma. Cryosurgery consists of a probe the tip of which is cooled to a temperature below the freezing point, that is less than minus 60 degrees centigrade. Freezing produces cellular dehydration by crystallization of intracellular water and ultimately death of cell. This is effective by rapid expansion of gas which is passed through it. Carbon dioxide is widely used while nitrous oxide and liquid nitrogen are also used for this procedure. Now, what is the procedure of cryosurgery? This is an outpatient procedure and done without anesthesia. Commonly used technique is freeze thaw freeze. A probe that adequately covers the lesion is selected. The probe tip is lightly covered with water soluble jelly to provide good thermal contact with the cervix. The appropriate cryosurgery probe is applied to the cervix and the freezing activated. When a good ice ball extending 4 to 5 mm beyond the edges of the probe is obtained, the freezing is stopped. The probe thawed to raise the temperature above the freezing point and removed. The probe which adhered to the tissue should not be pulled out until the temperature rises again. Usually 90 to 180 seconds are required to obtain a satisfactory freeze. If necessary, a second time freezing technique may be employed to get a good result. The application to the cervix freezes the tissue to a depth of about 3 mm. See, this is a cryoprobe and this is a container in which gas is inserted, and this is the tip of the cryoprobe which is inserted in the cervix uh, and covered the eroded area, and then the pressure is given. Now, what is the advantage over thermal cautery? The cryosurgery is not required anesthesia. It is precisely destructed the tissue, and there is no secondary hemorrhage in cryosurgery, and cervical stenosis is also rare in cryosurgery. The drawback of cryosurgery is excessive discharge for about 2 to 3 weeks, and healing is completed in 6 to 10 weeks. This is the pre-treatment cervix, and this picture shows after freezing, and this picture shows 2 to 3 weeks after the freezing. So thank you for listening me. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you all are satisfied with my session. If you have any query, please write in comment box so I will resolve it. Thank you so much.